Hello, everybody. My name is Graham L with the Bitcoin Vigilante, and I'm here with Professor B.
Hi, guys.
Hello. Sawadee krap.
Sawadee ka.
So I've been following you on Twitter. I follow a lot of Bitcoiners, and I saw you here at the conference. And I love getting, because the thing I love about Bitcoin, it is a very international. It's people from all over the world with all different backgrounds. Everybody comes from a different walk of life. So I was like asking, because I'm a superhero fan, I love Batman, what everybody's origin story is.
Oh,
What got you into Bitcoin? What happened? Like usually some event, something. What was it for you?
I love that question. So actually my journey into Bitcoin was kind of a journey. It took some time in that when I first heard about Bitcoin, I heard about Bitcoin multiple times before I got to where I am today, right? So the first time I heard about Bitcoin, I was too young. It was 2012, a geography teacher came into class, told everyone you should look into Bitcoin and buy it. We were kids. We were literally kids. We don't know what that is. We couldn't buy anything. I'm sure that guy is now doing very well somewhere.
Probably quit teaching.
Probably quit teaching.
He's probably like sitting on a fat stack.
But he told us, and then that's the first time I ever heard about it. The second time I ever heard about it was in 2017. When there was that peak, right? I was in university and I had a friend who her boyfriend was a investor and he was buying a lot of different things. So I heard about it through the lens of this guy investing in XRP, like all these things. So I didn't have a strong foundation of what it truly was because I've only just heard those things and I didn't have money again. No money. First time no money, second time no money. Third time I heard about it was I actually knew about it the whole time since 2017, thought about investing in it, but only 2019 I did a video on Bitcoin halving. I had a little podcast in Thai talking about entrepreneurship, business, technology, and I was tasked, I tasked myself to do a short video about Bitcoin halving because that was the year, Bitcoin halving.
Right.
After I did that, I totally was like, this is the future, this is technology, I'm buying Bitcoin. I got a little bit of money at the time, and Bitcoin was barely, it was barely $4,000. Yeah, right? And I bought, honestly, like, I had 5 Bitcoin at the time, but I lost it all. As in, like, I sold it all because I didn't understand it. So you learn the lesson as you go, right? I had it, it went sideways. My parents, all my family knew I had it because I told everyone. And then they were like, look, it's going down, sell it when it goes up. I sold it and I watched it ride all the way, and I was like, what's happening? And yeah, since then I was just kind of like investigating, looking in this area, and only last year where I went full pendulum swing, quit the fiat system, no more fiat, Bitcoin only, no stocks, no tech. Because coming from a tech background, I obviously had lots of things within the tech realm.
Right.
And it took a while for me to really sit down and realize nothing outperforms Bitcoin.
No, nothing.
Bitcoin is the hurdle rate. You want to invest in the future of this society, the future of the world, you invest in Bitcoin first, and then Bitcoin will do the rest. It will fix the rest of the system for you. So yeah, that's where we are at right now. That's the origin story. Hearing it many times, losing my 5 Bitcoin, and now we're here. I have less than I used, like back then, you know. Like that's just the nature of the thing.
Yeah. And so now, what like you're doing like a podcast now? You're doing like what? Tell everybody like what your show is, what you're doing, what you're trying to accomplish, what information you're getting out there.
So, I am very much of the mindset that Bitcoin first before anything. So there's a lot of different areas within Bitcoin. There's also Bitcoin treasuries and lots of different things that I talk about. But I want to be someone who is a Bitcoin maxi, Bitcoiner voice in all these other aspects of Bitcoin. Right. So I do podcasts about Bitcoin lifestyle, how Bitcoin changes your life. I do short form videos that people could share about the basics of Bitcoin, basics of custody, just the history of money. And I also have a show that I'm doing with Roxham TV where we report on technology. So we talk about daily news, technology news, AI news, and how Bitcoin is the underlying narrative that ties everything together. Because it's not just one thing about finance, it's political, it's societal changing, it's transformative in all areas. So yeah, how do all these things go together?
That's the thing I love about Bitcoin. It really connects to everything. I interviewed yesterday here at the conference. I saw these guys with Bitcoin boxing shirts.
I met them today too. I love them.
It was awesome because I know fighters, and I know they get robbed. They get scammed. The promoters scam them out of money, and they're trying to empower fighters. And a lot of fighters who make a lot of money, they then lose it because they don't have financial literacy. And it's very similar. I'm in the entertainment industry. I've been in it a long time. I've been an actor, comedian, a director, and we don't get paid. You know, I have 2 movies on Amazon Prime right now.
Yeah.
That the distributor has told me they're not making any money. And I'm like, well, how do I know that? And they're like, well, because we told you. And I'm like, well, that's a scam. That's a scam. So that's the thing that I love about Bitcoin is it brings transparency, and everybody gets paid fairly and equitably. And I mean, when I was at the Bitcoin conference in Vegas, I interviewed a guy that had these Brazilian desserts that accepted Bitcoin, and you know, everyone involved in the work of it got paid in Bitcoin, and so that's what I feel like it just solves problems.
Yes.
Like wherever there's a problem, Bitcoin can come in somewhere, somehow, and fix it.
Yes. It's a perspective shift, a mindset shift. Once you had that shift, you can see all the holes within our society that was built around broken money. So it's not just that we are bad people and we build bad societies. It's because the foundations of what we built the society on is broken, so we try to twist it and make it work with what we have, right? But when we have perfect money, the society will change and will look different. So that's why I totally love about Bitcoin, and I love that you mentioned all these other aspects of culture. So I was talking to the boxing guys about culture and how what they're doing is entertainment and bringing culture outside of finance into Bitcoin, and seeing how sports can be part of Bitcoin, how music can be part of Bitcoin. Oops. Is that okay?
I guess it is. We just lost our light, but it's all right.
Yeah.
I'm sure we still look good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's the thing too. Like I'm really, having been to a handful of conferences, Bitcoin conferences in the last like 2-3 years, I really noticed that it's mostly tech and finance people.
Yeah.
And that there isn't a lot of entertainment people in Bitcoin, which I see as an opportunity. Mm-hmm. And that's what I'm trying. And the Bitcoin boxing people, I was like, wow, that's so smart and so cool. Yeah. And I'm trying to put out there more like scripted content, not just like movies, TV shows that would have some kind of Bitcoin angle.
I want to see a comedy show. You
know,
one of those like stand-up comedies. I was at Baltic Bitcoin Honey Badger, and the founder of Plan B. I don't know if you've met him. I don't know how to say his name, it's like really hard, but anyways, he had like a talk, and it was almost like stand-up comedy, talking about how dating a Bitcoiner, what it's like to convert your partner into becoming a Bitcoiner yourself, and also how Bitcoiners have small talk, and it seems like we're talking about all these other things, but at the end of the day, it's actually all goes back to 1971, when the gold standard was taken off, you know what I mean? Like, Bitcoiners have all these things, it's like the Trojan horse, and I want to hear more of that. It was the best talk. I sat there like laughing my head off. We watched it afterwards. Like my boyfriend was watching it too, and he was like, "This is so funny," because I converted my boyfriend. Everyone thinks that I got converted by a guy.
No, you always feel your boyfriend.
Yeah, I converted him. So there's so many things. It's part of culture. It's part of life. We can do a whole comedy sketch about it.
Oh my God, I did a whole comedy show at Adopting Bitcoin in El Salvador 2 years ago with Max Kaiser. And it was awesome because there's all these like sort of jokes that we Bitcoiners, you know, we kind of speak our own language a little bit. You know, we all know about how the Federal Reserve was created. We all know about 1971 and all these sort of obscure things that a lot of people are like, how do you know that?
Yeah, where was the Fed started? You know, what random island?
Jekyll Island.
Jekyll Island.
Everybody knows Jekyll Island.
Yeah.
That's where the illegal banking cartel was started. Yeah, so I'm really interested in starting new creative and bringing all my, because that's what I see a lot of people do. They bring their experience that they have in life to Bitcoin, whatever it is. And so like the boxing guys they're bringing that, and I want to bring entertainment and so I'm starting a whole new thing called Bitcoin Hollywood.
Bitcoin Hollywood.
Bitcoin Hollywood. Because Hollywood is like a concept, it's an idea. And Bitcoin is global. And really Hollywood is global. I mean, yes, it's in Los Angeles, but people are making movies all over the world. I mean, Thailand has a great big film industry. There's Bollywood and all
We're
that.
great at horror movies.
Yes.
I think we're number one in the world in horror movies, I think.
Yeah, because you guys have all those like
spiritual,
yes, spooky
vibes, very good. Yeah, I love that. I love Hollywood, and great idea. Same with you, how you're trying to bring your life experience, because I come from the tech side. I try to also, but tech and finance is already, there's so much, right? So we got to bring more lifestyle, like.
What kind of lifestyle stuff are you bringing, or where do you see like what you're doing, and where do you see Bitcoin going?
So I have my podcast is called Bitcoin Lifestyle, where I talk about transforming your personal life and how Bitcoin transforms that, right? And I think what part of my personal life is that I kind of dove head first into this. I'm not a media person, I'm not a journalist, I don't have any background in filming or editing or anything like that, but I want to spread Bitcoin, I want to talk about Bitcoin every day. So I'm just like, give this year, a chance, give yourself a chance this year to just do it and see what's going to happen. And I think that's changed my life completely. I now travel around the world. I've been to, I can't even count how many countries I've been to, how many conferences I've been to. I started in May, and this has all just been since May.
Since May?
Since May, I've been to 7 countries. Okay, let's count, okay? Since May, I've been to Orlando, Miami, New York, New Jersey, San Francisco, San Diego, Vegas. Am I missing one? Oh, DC. And then went back to Thailand. And then Europe, we had a Europe leg where we had London, Paris, Marseille, Latvia, Helsinki, which were all Bitcoin related. London, Paris, every city I went to, I've mentioned so far, I've met a Bitcoiner, interviewed a Bitcoiner, and it was a conference. And then now Hong Kong. Did I go anywhere else? Milan, yeah, I also went to Milan.
Damn, that's awesome.
So it's like, it sounds like a flex, but this all happened because I embraced Bitcoin, put into Bitcoin, and then people saw, and they wanted to have people talk more about Bitcoin and bring personality out, and I wanted to feel that. I wanted to bring out the personalities of the CEOs of the different Bitcoin treasury companies or different figures within Bitcoin, tell the Bitcoin lore, tell the Bitcoin story.
So you go to these conferences and basically interview like people in the Bitcoin space.
Yeah, just like your story, who you are, what your family's like, how do you raise your children, are you a Bitcoin family? What's dating like with Bitcoin?
It's rough.
Yeah.
Dating fiat people is rough.
Yeah.
Because they always look at you like you're crazy.
Yeah.
Because you're like, I've been on a couple of dates and like, oh, that's cool, and then like somehow, yeah, and they're like, well, I'm going to this Bitcoin conference, and they'll be like, I've seen the women like they're leaning in and it's grooving, and then they'll go, oh, you're in Bitcoin.
Yeah, you're like.
And they just look at me like I'm nuts, like I'm going to start trying to sell them magic beans or something.
But at Baltic Honey Badger, I met 3 couples who they brought their significant other who was just about to get there to show them, hey, I'm not crazy. There's so many of us.
It's not a cult.
It's not a cult, but maybe they think more it's a cult because but yeah, no, I'm not crazy. And then I was encouraging them, and your boyfriend's really smart. He's gonna start generational wealth for your family. He's a provider man. He's got conservative values, which is good because then that means you can have like a stable foundation for your family. All these things, and I think it's great.
But also, I mean, let's be honest. Not a lot of women in Bitcoin yet. So as a single man in Bitcoin, it's a lot of dudes.
So many.
Let's be clear, there's
dudes.
a lot of dudes.
Yeah.
It's like going to a comic book convention. Yeah. There's a bunch of dudes.
But more now. Like I think Hong Kong, I see a lot of girls.
Yes, there are a lot. That's a good point. Like I was in Vegas in May, but this conference, there's a lot of women, and they get it, they understand it, they're in it. Maybe just because, I don't know, there's more tech people in this.
Yeah.
In this
and a lot of in Asia, women invest.
Yeah.
So even if they're not Bitcoiner, they're interested in it because they're investors.
Yes, and they don't just scoff at it. Even if they're traditional investors, they don't just dismiss it as this like ridiculous thing.
Yeah.
So where do you see Bitcoin going? Where do you see it? Like not just price wise, but also like adoption wise and lifestyle wise.
Yeah.
Since that's what you cover, where do you see it going?
I never talk about price actually because I think the price is the most uninteresting thing about Bitcoin because it's going to go up forever.
Sure.
Sideways, go up forever, maybe come up sometimes, but yeah. I see Bitcoin as the foundation of all financial assets within our world, in our civilization. I think that as we go into this new age of technology, as AI comes into the play, Bitcoin and AI will work together as this flywheel that pushes each other. We do not we're not able to comprehend exponential growth, right? As humans, we only understand linear growth. And once it hits us and everyone around us that, hey, we are not going to be the sole decision makers in this world anymore, there are agentic agents that are being created every day who will trade for us, who will do work for us, who will provide services for us. That will change. The economy of the world will change, and Bitcoin will be the foundation of how that happens, because AI agents cannot create banks. Bitcoin is permissionless. You don't need an identity, you don't need KYC, you don't need anything. So that will be the basis of how these new beings, I would say, they're not like human beings, but they're figurative beings, will interact with each other. And that will really wake up a lot of people. Because in the traditional normie world, they don't accept Bitcoin as a new money, but they do understand that technology is changing and that AI is happening. So that's where I'm kind of like linking them together, right? The Bitcoin singularity happens through the AI singularity as the foundation, because money is the foundation of the world, right? If we want to admit it or not, because it's how we capture time, how we capture value. Right? And once you capture time and value with Bitcoin, which is the ultimate form of scarcity, then you can start creating a new world that is more efficient, post-scarcity mindset, a world of abundance where we have freedom and work together. But there will be a lot of friction in the next few years. Friction, government friction, regulatory friction, because ultimately Bitcoin is about us as humans gaining gaining freedom from the authoritarians.
And the government doesn't like giving up power.
Exactly.
Or control.
It will be a wrestle. But we cannot lose with the perfect form of money, right? So
yeah, you can't change Bitcoin. Bitcoin changes you. I mean, that's the rule.
Exactly. So it will be a lot of fighting, a lot of problems, a lot of them trying to take control. But if we look at 50 years, 100 years from now, Bitcoin wins.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Yeah.
It absolutely wins. It absolutely wins. All right, where can people follow you online and come listen to your podcast?
Okay, you can follow me on X at Professor B21 and on everything else, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok at Thea, THEIA.Tektoshi. Because I cover more technology on that one, and my X is my home, my safe place where I go crazy on just Bitcoin.
It is like a Bitcoin only jungle over there on X.
Yeah, but we talk about Bitcoin on every other platform as well, but I put in AI and all the other tech stuff,
right,
just to kind of balance it out. Because we're not trying to not preach just to the choir, not just to the chamber, but to the general public. But yeah.
No, there's a lot of tech people that maybe don't understand Bitcoin, but they're open to it because, like you say, they see how everything is changing and they see how AI and technology is moving. So they're like, well, it kind of makes sense that there would be this digital money that everyone's going to use eventually, and they're open to what it is.
The OG Bitcoiners, we're tech guys.
Yes.
So let's not change that to the finance bros. Yeah. It's a technology.
It is a technology. Well, awesome. Thank you so much for taking time and reaching out, and I appreciate it. We really appreciate you coming on the show. So, guys, subscribe, do all that, share this out. Go to my other channel, Bitcoin Hollywood, and like, share, and subscribe. And remember, follow the money, connect the dots, get the truth. Thanks for watching.